Hey kiddos. Um, so I had the idea of maybe reading a chapter a day to you all from the Magic Treehouse series. This is Merlin Missions, High Time for Heroes. So I'm going to read a chapter a night and post it to our class Facebook page. And you might just watch it maybe before you go to bed. Use it as your bedtime story. And feel free to parents let your kids comment on my post if they want to ask any questions, or a lot of times when we read we do I'm wondering, or I'm thinking, or this reminds me of, or I'm noticing, just to think about your thinking while we're reading. So a lot of times when we read things together in the classroom, we have those types of conversations. So this is chapter 1, and here we go. Chapter 1, I Know Her. Jack sat in a sunny spot on the front porch, studying a book of magic tricks. He was planning to put on a magic show for his parents and grandparents. He took a sip of lemonade, then started making a list in his notebook. Flying paper clips. Hey, Annie tapped on the screen door. Let's do something. I'm already doing something, said Jack. He took another sip of lemonade and added more tricks to his list. Magical clinging pin. Great pepper trick. Annie gasped. Did you hear that? She asked. She opened the door and came out onto the porch. Hear what? Said Jack. He added another trick. Steal the strength trick. That whooshing sound, said Annie. Whooshing sound? Jack read his list and decided he still needed 2 or 3 more tricks. Like the treehouse just whooshed into the woods, said Annie. Yeah, said Jack. He flipped through the pages of his book. Come on, go with me, Annie pleaded. Let's check the woods again, please. We've already checked 5 times since Tuesday, said Jack. Once more won't kill you, said Annie. I have this feeling. I'm serious. Jack sighed. Okay, you win, he said. 1 more time. He put his notebook and pencil into his backpack. Leaving his book of magic tricks on the porch, he stood up and followed Annie down the steps and across their yard. Aren't you dying to find another secret of greatness for Merlin? Annie asked as they headed up the sidewalk. And what about the magic mist? Don't you want to have another great talent for an hour? Of course, said Jack, but I'm also tired of looking for the treehouse and not finding it. For 2 weeks you've had these hunches. Jack and Annie crossed the street and headed into the Frog Creek woods. Winding through the shadows of trees, Jack took a deep breath, inhaling the scent of warm earth and summer leaves. Hidden birds sang from the tree branches. As Jack and Annie drew closer to the tallest oak, Jack's heart started to pound. This time, something was there, high in the branches of the tree. Whoosh, Annie said softly. Jack grinned as he looked up at the small wooden house nestled high in the branches. Okay, he said, I'm glad we checked. Annie ran to the rope ladder and started up. Jack followed. Inside the magic treehouse, the shadows of branches danced on the wooden walls. A piece of paper, a gold ring, a tiny bottle, a small book, and a scroll were waiting on the floor. A new message from Merlin, said Annie. She picked up the scroll, unrolled it, and read aloud. Dear Jack and Annie, I hope you enjoyed your time with the Houdinis. I ask you now to find the 3rd secret of greatness from a woman named Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale, said Annie. I know her. I gave a report on her. I just know her name. Who is she? Said Jack. She's amazing. She's one of my heroes, said Annie. Yeah, okay. But what did she do? Asked Jack. Florence Nightingale lived in the 1800s in England, said Annie. The English army was fighting in this place called Crimea on the Black Sea, and Florence Nightingale was a nurse there. The soldiers called her the with the Lamp because after the hospital was quiet and dark at night, she went alone from bed to bed with a lantern. She gave light and comfort and took care of wounds. She was so brave and amazing, she became famous everywhere. Later, she changed the world of nursing by organizing. Okay, you didn't have to give your whole report, Jack interrupted. I get the picture. She sounds cool. Let's go meet her. I feel like I already know her, said Annie with a laugh. Oh, wow, I can't wait. So let's see where we're going, said Jack. He picked up the small book from the floor. Its faded leather cover had an old-fashioned look. I'll bet it's about England, said Annie. Or the Crimea. Neither, said Jack. He showed the cover to Annie. I know it's going to be backwards for you all. Egypt, said Annie. I never read that Florence Nightingale was a nurse in Egypt. We've been to Egypt before, said Jack. Remember the mummy in the pyramid? The ghost queen, said Annie. She was on her way to the next life. Jack shivered. That was weird, he said. Don't worry, the ghost queen was thousands of years in the past, said Annie. Now we're just going to 1850. Oh, right, said Jack dryly. I guess all the ancient ghosts were gone by then. Whatever. Ready? Said Annie. Hold on, said Jack. He picked up the gold ring and gave it to Annie. It's your turn to wear this, he said. Annie slipped the ring onto her finger. They both stared at it for a moment. The ring was magic. When Florence Nightingale shared a secret of greatness with them, it would glow like a burning ember. The ring of truth, said Annie. Yep, just remember to keep checking it when we're talking to Florence, said Jack. Don't worry, I will, said Annie. Here, you carry this. She picked up the tiny glass bottle and handed it to Jack. Jack held the bottle up to the dappled sunlight and looked at the silver vapor swirling inside. Mist gathered at the first light on the first day of the new moon on the Isle of Avalon, he said. Yep, good for 1 hour of great talent, said Annie. Jack smiled, remembering their hour as horse trainers and their hour as stage magicians. I wonder what we'll be great at this time, he said. Maybe great nurses, said Annie. We'll see, said Jack. He put the tiny bottle in his backpack. Then he picked up the piece of paper from the floor. On the paper, he had written the 2 secrets of greatness they'd already learned. Humility, hard work. Ready to find the 3rd secret from Florence Nightingale, he asked. There's the picture. 1,000 times yes, said Annie. Jack pointed to the picture on the cover of the Traveler's Handbook to Egypt. I wish we could go there, he said. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still, absolutely still. Now, I'm making a connection to this chapter already because when I was in 4th grade, my teacher, and actually 4th grade was at Simpson Elementary, so it was at our school, we had to do a research project on somebody in history, and my person was actually Florence Nightingale. So I actually still have the dress that I wore because we had to dress up like who we were researching and wear our outfit while we were giving our report. And I think I probably know still actually where that dress is, even though it was when I was in fourth grade. So the next time I put a video on here, maybe I'll have the dress and I'll show it to you. So maybe I can have that for you then. Another part of this that I like is where it said he had written the 2 secrets of greatness they already learned: humility and hard work. Now, I know that all of you all probably understand what hard work is, but do you understand what humility is? That may be a conversation for you all to have at home. So anyway, I hope your first day being at home doing your work or wherever it was that you had to do it went okay, and make sure that your parents know that you all can contact me at any time and I'll be able to help you in any way I can. All right? Good night.